In this video of Christopher Reads the Help Files, it'll be getting started drawings. Topics in this section: about drawing and drawing templates. Autodesk Civil 3D objects are stored in drawings by default. About reference templates. You can use reference templates to manage styles, settings, layers, and other standard drawing components. To set up a reference template. To work with reference templates. You can keep the Autodesk Civil 3D styles, settings, layers, and other standard components in your drawings up to date by using reference templates. To work with drawings. About drawing settings. Use drawing templates to eliminate duplication of effort and to help maintain consistency across drawings. To display online map imagery in an Autodesk Civil 3D drawing. About specifying locations in a drawing. Autodesk Civil 3D drawing compatibility. About Autodesk Batch Save utility. You can use the Autodesk Batch Save utility to open and save multiple drawings and template files at once to a specified version of Autodesk Civil 3D. To open and save multiple drawing and template files to a specified version. Drawing command reference. So on this page, there's inconsistent use of the Oxford comma. So this one uses it, and then just two or three lines down, it doesn't. And I am consistently misspelling inconsistently. So I'll go ahead and submit my feedback. About drawing and drawing templates. Autodesk Civil 3D objects are stored in drawings by default. Use the list at the top of the Prospector tab to control whether only the active drawing list is listed in the Prospector tree or all open drawings are listed. Note: if you work in a multi-user environment or want to manage your drawings by having different objects in different drawings, see About Project Management. Drawing, styles, and templates best practices. Drawing templates. You use drawing templates to eliminate duplication of effort and to help maintain consistency across drawings. It's kind of, yeah, I guess reference templates kind of fix that a little bit, but once you change something in one drawing, it's really hard to go through and change it in a bunch of other drawings. You start a new Autodesk Civil 3D drawing using a template file. An Autodesk Civil 3D drawing template can contain standard AutoCAD information, such as AutoCAD settings and layers, and AutoCAD objects, such as lines and text. In addition, it can include any Autodesk Civil 3D drawing information that is listed in either the settings tree, including Autodesk Civil 3D settings, styles, label styles, tables, description keys, and point, import-export formats, or the Prospector tree, including Autodesk Civil 3D, such as point groups. Templates are listed under Drawing Templates collection in the Prospector tree master view. The Drawing Template file location path on the Files tab of the Options dialog box specifies where Autodesk Civil 3D templates are located. Tip: you can attach one or more reference templates to a drawing to keep styles up to date. For more information, see About using reference templates to manage style definitions. Object and label styles and templates. Consider designing styles to reflect the information requirements at different times in the project. For example, create styles for objects in the design phase and other styles for their final presentation. Also, you can create styles for different users of the drawings, showing object details and labels that present the data each type of user needs. So I think it should be a 4 that present the data for each type of user needs. That present the data for each type of The styles for labels are The styles for labels are another template item that should be developed with the top-down approach, similar to drawing settings and feature settings. At the drawing level, click Edit Label Style Defaults. So I can go to Settings, right-click, and go to Edit Drawing Settings. In this context, you can set global standards such as those for text font, size, and label behavior around curves. As with the object styles, after setting label style defaults, you can review the feature level settings and apply any required overrides. I think I did the wrong one. Edit label style defaults. So here's your labels, your behavior, plan readability. And so you can set all of these. And then when you create a new label style, it'll inherit these. As you can see, there's lots of childs that have overridden these values. Ideally, your drawing template will have the perfect set of styles for your projects, but this usually takes some time to evolve. To assist in the process, create a demonstration drawing that contains one or more surface, alignment, and other object types. Or you can explore the sample_styles drawing that is supplied with the Autodesk Civil 3D. After a default installation, you can find this file in the following locations. See Program Files, AutoCAD, Civil 3D, Best Practices Guide. This drawing provides a good laboratory in which to display and develop styles. Consider designing styles to reflect the information requirements at different times in the project. For example, create styles for objects in the design phase and other styles for their final presentation. You can also create styles for different users of the drawings, showing object details and labels that present the data in each type of user needs. It's missing the 4 again. Tip, you can attach one or more reference templates to a drawing to keep styles up to date. For more information, see About using reference templates to manage style definitions. So I'm save my place, and then we can open up that file, right click and paste. Oh. So I copied all of it. So let's go ahead and press enter. So let's go back up, help. So there's this, why isn't it finding it? See Program Files, Autodesk, AutoCAD 2021, C3D, help, Civil Best Practices Guide. Maybe adding a will do it. Nope. So let's see what's missing. So we have that. So shift, right click to copy as path. Go back in here, right click and paste it. Remove the quote. Oh, the Autodesk is different. So it's missing the Autodesk path. So let's go ahead and copy this. Go ahead and minimize this. Sample styles, read only. So we're on out of the box. So the path is wrong, should be so cool. So out of the box templates. Autodesk Civil 3D drawing templates are included in the product. The Autodesk Civil 3D drawing templates are based on the United States National CAD standard. The following templates are included. _AutoCAD Civil 3D Imperial NCS, _AutoCAD Civil 3D Metric NCS. These templates contain an extended set of styles and settings. Note, if you base a new drawing on a non-Autodesk Civil 3D drawing template, such as acad.dwt, then basic styles named standard are created in the new drawing. When you start a new drawing using the New command, the application menu, you can choose which template you want to use. The QNew command, which is available on the Quick Access toolbar, automatically uses the template specified in the AutoCAD Options dialog box. For more information, see the AutoCAD help. And so if you go into Options, and then go to the Files tab, it's going to be under the template settings, and then the drawing template location is where the templates are saved, and then the default template file for QNew is set there. Plan production drawing templates. Drawing templates for plan production tools are included in the plan production directory. Layer standards and templates. Maintaining a standard for the use of layers in your drawing is easier if you have a drawing template with predefined layers and styles that reference those layers when objects are created. For consistency, save your template as an AutoCAD standards file, DWS format. Then in the template, enter the standards command, and in the configure standards dialog box, link the standards file to the template. If you want to enforce the standards, you can click the settings button and activate notifications of standard violations, or override such violations. See the AutoCAD help for more information about the use of standard files. Drawing template layer naming conventions. The layers created in the Autodesk Civil 3D 2021 templates follow the National CAD Standard rules. For more information about the National CAD Standard layering settings, see http://nationalcadstandards.org. And so there it's there. Cool. The layers follow the NCS standards as follows, with each element separated by a dash. Discipline designator, dash major group, dash minor group, dash status. Discipline designator, required. The Autodesk Civil 3D templates uses the C and the V discipline designators, which stand for civil and survey mapping. So if we look at a standard drawing, and we go to layer properties, we'll notice that it also uses A. Those are the C's, and then those are the V's. So down here, the templates also use the A nation for building sites. So it looks like someone didn't update this. Major group required identifies elements such as roads, topographic elements, and storm sewers. To adhere to the standards, custom major group fields are not allowed. Minor group, optional, identifies sub-elements such as road profiles. You can include up to two minor groups per layer name, and you can define your own custom minor groups. For example, the layer C-road-line-extn has two minor groups, line and extension. Status, optional, identifies the phase of work. So this would be like E for existing or N for new. And so I'll go ahead and submit this feedback. About reference templates. You can use the reference templates to manage styles, settings, layers, and other standard drawing components. You can attach one or more reference templates to an Autodesk Civil 3D drawing so it will be updated on an ongoing basis with changes to the reference components in the templates. When you attach a reference template to a drawing, the reference components, styles, settings, property sets, layers, blocks, text styles, and line types that are in that reference template are copied into the new drawing, and the connection between the drawing and the reference templates is maintained. Using the set reference template defaults command, you can specify in advance which styles and settings to reference from a reference template. For example, if a template has 10 point styles, you can choose to reference only the 5 that you want. On an ongoing basis, changes to the reference template are pushed to the drawing so it is kept up to date. New or edited components that are saved to the reference templates are updated in the drawings when the drawings are reopened or when the templates are manually reloaded. For example, if you update your style or add a new style to a template, those changes are pushed to the drawings that reference that template. Reference components that are deleted from a reference template are removed from the drawing if they are not in use. If a component such as a style is in use, a local copy is made in the drawing. You can have multiple reference templates attached to a drawing. For example, you might have templates for state, company, and project standards. When you have attached more than one template in a drawing, you are alerted to duplicate components in the template so you can decide how to resolve them. You can change the template priority order or choose a component from a lower priority template. Setting up a reference template. You can use the set reference template defaults command to specify which template components to reference when you attach the template to a drawing. Only the items that are selected will be referenced into the host drawings by default. The set reference template defaults command is available on the ribbon when you are working with any DWT file. If you do not set up a reference template in advance using the set reference template defaults command, you can change the selection of styles and settings that will be referenced from a template after you attach it to a drawing with the attached reference template guide. So I'll go ahead and open up one using the DWT, select the Imperial, hit open, and then I believe it's on the Manage tab, and then set reference template defaults. And so here are the defaults, and you can check or uncheck various items. If you do not set up a reference template in advance using the set reference template defaults command, you can change the selection of styles and settings that will be referenced from a template after you attach it to a drawing with the attached reference template command. You can reference the following components: styles, object styles, label styles, table styles, quantity takeoff criteria, pipe and structure rule sets, pipe network and pressure network parts list. Note, all expressions and alignment and profile design checks are referenced by default. I don't think the expressions are, but I'm not going to get into it. In the comments, settings, drawing settings, object layers, abbreviations, ambient settings, label style default settings, feature settings, AutoCAD layers, AutoCAD blocks, text styles and line types, property sets. Managing links to reference templates. If you open a drawing whose reference templates cannot be found, such as if they are on a network location that is not currently accessible, or if the reference templates are moved, renamed, or deleted, a not found notification that's displayed in the status column in the attached reference templates dialog box. If the reference template cannot be found, the reference components are still available in the drawing that references them, but they will not be updated until the path is restored. If the name or location of the template has changed, you can change the path in the dialog box. Double-click in the Save Path field, and then click the Browse button to reselect the template. Note, reference templates are not automatically included as file dependencies when checking files into Autodesk Vault or when using eTransmit. If needed, you can add reference templates manually. Oh, that's sad. Updating referenced components. After you attach a reference template to a drawing, reference components should be edited in the source template rather than the drawings to which the reference template is attached. For referenced Autodesk Civil 3D components, you are notified if you attempt to edit a referenced Autodesk Civil 3D component in a host drawing. If you try to edit a reference style, a task dialog box is displayed with choices you can make. You can save a copy of the style, keep the changes temporarily until the drawing is reopened, or cancel the change. For reference AutoCAD components, you are not notified if you attempt to edit referenced AutoCAD component in a host drawing. If you edit a referenced AutoCAD component, the changes will be overwritten the next time the drawing is updated from the reference template. Note, you can use the AEC ref template auto update variable to turn off automatic update of layers, so that layer properties in the host drawing are not overridden by layer properties in the reference template. For more information, see to work with reference templates. So this one might be, so if I copy it, and so then we have the new value. Oh, it doesn't work. So I guess I'll So I guess I'll go back, whoops, back. So that was the last portion of it. And then the doesn't have a help file link to it when on the command line, pressing F1 doesn't go to a help topic. So it looks like someone forgot to wire it up. To set up a reference template. Yep, something new. You can set a reference template with the settings that you want to reference into drawings. Only the items that are selected will be referenced into the host drawings by default. Note, it is required to use a DWT file for specifying commands, references, template defaults. If you set up a DWT file using the set reference template defaults command, save it as a DWG file, and then attach the DWG file as a reference template, the default selections you specified using the set reference defaults will not be preserved. To set up a reference template, open or create a new DWT file. Set up the styles and settings you want to use in the template. On the Manage tab, click Styles panel, Set Reference Template Defaults. Note, the Set Reference Template Defaults command is available on the ribbon only when you are working in a DWT file. So if I go to Manage, the Styles panel, and then Set Reference Defaults. Select the checkboxes for the styles and settings you want to be referenced by default. In the following example, only the reference template marker style is selected. So if I go ahead and click here, I can go to multi-purpose style, marker styles, uncheck it, and then just pick one. To attach a reference template to a drawing and verify the settings, click the Manage tab, Styles panel, Reference. In the Attach Reference Template dialog box, click Attach to add a new template. In the Open Template File dialog box, select the DWT file to attach and click OK. So it is click Open. Come on. So I'll go ahead and copy that. No. Select the file type from the Select the file type from the Files of Type list at the bottom of the Open Template File dialog box. When you attach a template, the lower part of the dialog box is expanded so you can review settings. The styles and settings that you selected in the reference template are displayed and selected. So all the items are there. Click Apply the reference template in the drawing. To attach additional reference template to a drawing and resolve conflicts. If you have multiple templates to attach, you can control which components are applied from which template if components exist in more than one template. Click Manage tab, Styles panel, Reference. So I'm in that command already. In the Attached Reference Template dialog box, click Attach a new template. In the Open Template File dialog box, select DWT to attach and click OK. It's already noted that should be open. When you attach a template, it is added to the top of the list, which means it has the highest priority. You can move it down in the order before applying it if needed. Warning symbols are displayed if the lower part of the dialog box if there are duplicate commands in a lower priority template that will be overridden. In the following example, after adding reference template 2, but before applying it, duplicate styles are identified, which I have lots of them. In this example, you could address the conflict as follows. You can click Apply to use the components in reference template 2. This will clear the selections in reference template 1, so the duplicate components in that reference template will be deselected and will not be used. You can change the priority order of the templates using the Move Up and Move Down buttons. If you move reference template to 1 to be the highest priority template, the components in reference template 1 will be used if there are duplicates. Duplicates in the lower template will be deselected and will not be used. You can clear a checkbox in a higher priority template to use the component in the lower priority template. When you clear a checkbox for a template component in a higher priority template, the component in the lower priority template remains selected and will be used. Hit Apply to apply the templates. When you click Apply or OK, the styles and settings are applied. Duplicates are deselected in the lower priority templates and the alerts are cleared. To work with reference templates. You can keep the Autodesk Civil 3D styles, settings, layers, and other standard components in your drawings up to date by using reference templates. So the Oxford comma disappears. To link a drawing to reference templates, you can link a drawing to one or more reference templates to keep the styles, settings, layers, and other standard components in the drawing up to date. The comma's gone. You can set up a reference template using the Set Reference Template Defaults command. Click the Manage tab, Styles panel, and Reference. In the Attach Reference Template dialog box, click the Attach a New Template. There it is. In the Open Template File dialog box, select one or more DWG or DWT files to attach and click OK. So that has the same, it's open. When you attach a template, the lower panel of the dialog box is expanded automatically so you can review the components that are selected and make changes if needed. If you set up a reference template using the set reference template defaults command, only the components that were selected in the reference templates are displayed. Select or clear the checkboxes to change what is referenced in the drawing from the attached reference template. If you attach more than one reference template, specify the priority by using the arrow up and move down buttons. The template at the top of the list has priority. Note, when you attach an additional reference template to a drawing, it is added to the top of the list of templates, which means that it has the highest priority. In the lower panel of the dialog box, warning symbols and tooltips are displayed on components if duplicates are found in another reference template. For more information about managing duplicates, see to set up a reference template. Click Apply to load the templates to apply the settings. Components in the reference templates are copied into the drawing. If a component in the drawing has the same name as a component in the reference template, the component in the drawing is overwritten. To control automatic updates from reference templates, use the AEC ref template auto update variable to control updates and alerts when reference templates changes. At the command line, enter AEC ref template auto update. Enter one of the following. 0. Turns off automatic updates. Notifications are displayed to alert you when reference template components need to be updated. 1. Turns off automatic updates of components from reference templates. This is the default setting. 2. Turns off updates of the existing layers. Existing layers in the host drawing are not updated automatically, and they are not updated if you click Apply or OK in the attached reference template dialog box. Note, when using this value, existing layers in the host drawing are not overridden by layers in the reference template. New layers that are referenced by styles or settings in the template are referenced into host drawings. But if existing layers are in the host drawings, those existing layers are not overridden. That can be really confusing for users, especially if it's like a random one. Like, how do you know, oh, my layers aren't updating? It would take a while to figure out this variable. To manually update drawings for reference templates, if you turned off automatic updates by setting the AEC ref template auto update system variable to 0, you can manually update drawings with changes to styles in the attached reference templates. Click Manage Styles Panels Reference. In the attached reference template dialog box, click Apply. So it looks like you just have to open it, hit Apply, and then close it. To remove unused components from a drawing, when you attach a reference template, the reference template components are copied into the drawing. You can remove unused components while still preserving the template path in the attached reference template dialog box. Click the Manage tab, Styles Panel Reference. In the attached reference template dialog box, clear the Load checkbox for the attached template. Click Apply. So it looks like you can just come over here, hit Apply. Components that have been used, such as layers, remain in the drawing. Unused components are removed from the drawing. Components that have been overwritten by components in the reference template do not revert back to the original state. Note, the drawing is not updated with changes that are made to the reference template when the load checkbox is cleared. To restore the connection to the reference template, open the attached reference template dialog box, select the load checkbox, and click Apply. This copies components into the drawing again and updates any components in the drawing that have been changed in the template. To work with drawings. To create a new drawing, click the Application button and New. In the Select Template dialog box, select a template on which the drawing will be based and hit and click Open. To open up an existing drawing, click the Application button and choose Open. In the Select File dialog box, browse to the folder containing the drawing, select the drawing, and click Open. If more than one drawing is open, the name of the active drawing is displayed in boldface in the prospector tree. Note, you can change the active drawing by right-clicking on a drawing name in prospector tree and clicking Switch to. So if I have master view in, I could right click on drawing 3 in Prospector, change that to master view, right click and choose switch to, and it'll switch to it and make it current. To access sample files, you can access sample files from the application menu. On the application menu, click open, choose sample files, and then select one of the following. Installed sample files displays the select file dialog box, which is open to the sample files folder. Online sample files will open the online sample files webpage for AutoCAD. Hey, they didn't kill the link. Amazing. Hasn't been updated in a while though. So the AKN page doesn't apply to 2021 products. It is referenced here. AKN article should be updated or removed from this help file, help topic, I guess. To start a new drawing or open a template from the Prospector tree, in the Toolspace Prospector, click Master View from the drop-down list. Expand drawing templates from a collection. Right-click a template to create a new drawing based on the template or open the template. So over here I can go to the template, right-click, create a new drawing, or open. To create a drawing template file from an existing drawing, create a new template from an existing drawing, click Open. In the Select File dialog box, select the file you want to use as a template, click OK. Click Save As. In the Save Drawing As dialog box, under Files type, select Drawing Template File. DWT files must be saved in the current drawing file format. To create a DWT in a previous file format, save the file in the desired DWG file format, and then rename the DWG file using a DWT extension. Okay, I guess, I have the restriction then. In the file name box, enter a name for the template, click Save, enter a description of a template, click OK. It's like, we're going to program so you can't do it, but here's the way you can do it. It's like, why not just let us have that option? So if I go up here to Save As, and I go to DWT, yeah, because they didn't want to add all the DWTs to the list. I don't know. Seems like they're making you do more work. They've recognized it as a user issue, but instead of fixing it for the user, they've made it harder for us. About drawing settings. Using drawing templates to eliminate duplication of effort and to help maintain consistency across drawing. As a basis for configuring your drawing settings, you can choose an existing template that is closest to your needs. To see the available templates, click the Application button and New. If you want some preset object styles, the templates have names beginning with _ AutoCAD Civil 3D are recommended. After choosing your initial template, the new logical step is to review and edit settings. On the Toolspace Settings tab, right-click the drawing name and click Edit Drawing Settings. The Drawing Settings dialog box includes 5 tabs and many settings. Yes, it does. For detailed reference information about the Drawing Settings tab, see Drawing Settings dialog box. And then they go through and provide you information about it. The Units and Zones tab is used to set linear and angular units, intended plot scale, and coordinate zone for the current drawing. The Transformation tab provides functionality to transform the coordinate system specified on the Units and Zones tab to local specifications. The Object Layers tab provides a convenient table for assigning objects to layers and creating or renaming layers. Objects on the same layer are turned on and off together. If you change the layer visibility, for maximum display flexibility, spread objects and their components across several layers. The color of a layer affects all objects assigned to that layer and drawn in a style that uses the by-layer color settings. If you set up styles this way, you can change the color of many objects by simply changing the layer color. The Abbreviations tab is a central location to set the abbreviations used in object labels, especially for alignment and profile geometry points. The Ambient Settings tab provides global default settings such as precision of numeric values and the visibility of tooltips. One setting on this tab, often overlooked, is the Save command changes to settings under the General Settings group. So it's going to be this one. Set to no if you want to be able to control if you set this to yes, then whenever you change a setting, such as the radius of an alignment curve, it is saved as the default value for next time. Another important setting is independent layer on. If you set it to no, if you want to be able to control object visibility by turning layers on or off. And so that's going to be under Object Layers. And so it's going to be here. And I think what it means is that if you turn off the layer that, say, align underscore is off, then the layers will stay on, even though the parent layer is off, that the object is on. So if you turn off the layer that the alignment is on, if this is checked, then you'll still see the alignment if the alignment components are in different layers. So it gets a little confusing. And I'm not even sure if I said that right. The ambient settings you configured at the drawing level are available at the feature level in case you want to override them. On the Ambient Settings tab, you see an arrow in the Child Override column next to any setting that is changed for one or more features, objects, in the drawing. You can cancel the override by clicking the arrow. So over here, I don't have any overrides. Coordinates usually have one. So you can click on it, it gives you a little red X, and then that'll clear any of the children overrides. You can cancel the override by clicking the arrow, and you can click the lock icon to lock any setting and prevent overrides at the feature level. And so you can click this lock. After configuring the drawing settings, you should work down through point, surface, and other features in the settings tree. Right-clicking each feature and selecting Edit Feature Settings. Doing this allows you to examine the default styles for each feature and its labels, the feature name format, and other settings you may want to modify. To display online map imagery in an Autodesk Civil 3D drawing, assign a coordinate system to the drawing using the Units and Zone tab of the Settings dialog box and click OK. So you go into the Edit Drawing Settings, you go to Units and Zone, and then you can pick your coordinate system. And I obviously don't remember the zone correctly, although if I click one back, so that one's correct. I want feet. And then hit OK. After you assign a coordinate system, your Geolocation tab will show on the ribbon. I think I may have to save it. try that again. Edit drawing settings. My zone is set. I'll hit apply, hit OK. And it looks like there's maybe something wrong with my computer, or maybe it's Civil 3D that's wrong, because it normally hangs out over here on the right-hand side. Let's see. So there's the Geolocation tab. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't like drawing 3, even though I set it. And so here's the values. Sign into your Autodesk account if you're not already signed in. So up here I'm signed in. At the top right of the application window, click Sign In. And so if I was not signed in, you'd see that sign in option. Sign into Autodesk account, enter your Autodesk ID or email address and password and click Sign In. Click Geolocation tab, Online Maps panel, Map Type dropdown, and select the map aerial map road. The map is displayed in the drawing. If it's not displayed in the drawing, that just means you aren't near where your project is. So you just need to go and find a location where the drawing is, or where the real world coordinate is, and then the map will show up. So that's why my map isn't showing up. Note, if you do not see a map displayed in the drawing, you may need to zoom to coordinates in the drawing that are available within the specified coordinate zone system. If entities already exist in the drawing at coordinates that are within the coordinate system, you can use the zoom extents or zoom all options. If no entities exist in the drawing or coordinates that are within the coordinate system, you can use the zoom center option to zoom to a coordinate that is approximately in the center of the coordinate system. About specifying locations in a drawing. When you are prompted for a location in a drawing, you can use one of several methods to specify the coordinates. Select an existing point. Use the mouse to select an Autodesk Civil 3D point in the active drawing. Specify a location in the drawing. Enter X, Y, and Z if prompted coordinates at the command line, separated by a comma. Alternatively, click a location in the drawing. You can use AutoCAD object snaps to select a point accurately. Use Civil Transparent commands. Some of the Civil Transparent commands calculate point locations from angles, distances, and drawing geometry. Use the coordinate tracker. You can send drawing coordinate information to the command line based on the cursor location and specified surface. If your coordinates aren't showing up, you can click on the hamburger button in the bottom right-hand corner and then select coordinates. So if I do line, I guess it's just picking the location. I'm not quite sure how you send it. All right, Autodesk Civil 3D drawing compatibility. The DWG file format changes from time to time as newer technology or improvements are incorporated. In general, newer product versions can always open all older DWG file format versions. However, when a new DWG file format is introduced, prior versions will not be able to open it. For information about drawing file formats, see about drawing file format changes. AEC object compatibility. In Autodesk Civil 3D, the AEC objects in each release are not backward compatible. When a drawing is opened in a prior release, AEC objects are displayed as proxy objects and all Civil 3D commands are disabled. You cannot edit the proxy object or make changes to the design. If you need to edit objects in a previous release of Autodesk Civil 3D, your only option is to export the Autodesk Civil 3D objects to a LAN.XML file and then import the LAN.XML data into the previous versions. So this line is no longer true The C3D file is sometimes backwards compatible, depending on the year product. So you can open them up in previous versions. Sometimes some of the stuff is messed up or it crashes, but your mileage may vary. That was only my experience. Country kits. Autodesk provides country kits that make Autodesk Civil 3D more applicable to local standards in many places around the world. It really depends on your Autodesk technical specialist. If they're really customer focused and they want to go out and interact with their customers, then you get a good country kit. If they're kind of like blah and really don't care about you and they're only looking to get your money, then your country kit is crap and you really shouldn't use it and you have to do all the work yourself. But some areas have had good ones in the past, like the UK area, but he's since moved on, so I'm not sure how much that country kit is now being maintained. Each year, these country kits are updated to the new formats and enhanced by new features. Sometimes that's not the case, and nothing's really changed. Many country kits are available on the Autodesk Civil 3D DVD. That's funny. This hasn't been issued in years. That's pretty hilarious. And others are provided at www.autodesk Civil 3D Country Kits. Hey, the link still works. You should not have to do anything to migrate a country kit, except if you derive company or product standards from the country kit. Install the new country kit and read the documentation to learn about changes and additions and to determine how to apply the latest version. Country kits are installed using content pack mechanism. So what that means is you have to go in and either add it when you create your deployment or your install, or you can go back in and modify. So where you go to repair or reinstall the product, there's an option there where you can add a content pack. Compatibility of Autodesk Civil 3D drawings with AutoCAD and other software. Choose one of the following options to bring your Autodesk Civil 3D 2021 object drawing to AutoCAD or other programs. Save. If you save a drawing in Autodesk Civil 3D 2021 and open it in AutoCAD, all Autodesk Civil 3D objects are displayed as proxy objects. If proxy graphics was set to 1 at the time you saved the drawing in Autodesk Civil 3D, and proxy show is set to 1 at the time you open the drawing in AutoCAD, the proxy objects are displayed as graphic images. You see your design correctly. If proxy graphics and proxy show are not set to 1, you might only see a bounding box, or the proxy may not be displayed. The reason why you wouldn't want to have proxy graphics set to 1 is because it increases your drawing size. So it saves a copy of all your line work with the drawing. So that's what AutoCAD is going to show. Export Civil 3D drawing. This command converts all Autodesk Civil 3D objects to plain AutoCAD objects and saves the file to another DWG or DGN file. It's hit or miss whether it works. There's instances where Civil 3D is unable to explode the objects to the AutoCAD objects, and then it fails and doesn't give you any meaningful warnings. And so you really have to explode it manually using the export or the AEC object explode command. And then that'll give you an error message showing you what's wrong. And then you can fix or explode those objects and then run the command. It'll work on the other objects. Export to other software. Export the Civil 3D design to XML and use a third-party application to import the land XML. Note that the land XML format that Autodesk helped develop kind of was abandoned. So some things don't come over, like super elevation and for an alignment. It's like half done. They may have fixed it because I know Carlson was working on it because they want to transfer data using their methods, and they want to actually have it accurate, and so they're working on expanding it. Autodesk Civil 3D Object Enabler. Installing the Object Enabler with another Autodesk product allows you to see the Autodesk Civil 3D objects regardless of the drawing settings. You can query the properties of the Autodesk Civil 3D objects and obtain extended information, but you cannot edit the objects. If you have installed the Civil 3D Object Enabler, additional information such as surface statistics, corridor, and pipe network information is available to you in the AutoCAD property palette. The hard part is getting your person who's consuming your file to go find that Object Enabler and install it. And then making sure that they're on the same version of AutoCAD that you are on. Note, in situations where previously suggested methods for converting file does not work, use the export to AutoCAD command and then save as DXF. The third-party software may be able to use the 2D or 3D graphical and text information to construct a model. About the Autodesk Batch Save utility. You can use the Autodesk Batch Save utility to open and save multiple drawings and template files at once to a specified version of Autodesk Civil 3D. You can also use the Autodesk Batch Save utility to run custom scripts as part of the batch operation. For example, you can run a script to perform a series of commands such as purge and audit on multiple drawings. Sample scripts are included with the utility, which you can view and edit directly from Autodesk Batch Save utility dialog box. The Autodesk Batch Save utility can be used to open and save multiple drawings and templates to the current version or to a new version of the application. For example, when you install a new version of Autodesk Civil 3D, you can use this utility to save your files to the new version. The Autodesk Save utility can also be used to apply the resolution for the performance degradation issue in versions 2014 to 2017 of AutoCAD Civil 3D to multiple files at once. It's amazing it took them that long to find the issue. After installing the hotfix and service packs that apply to your versions of AutoCAD Civil 3D, see information below. The performance degradation issue is resolved after the drawing files are opened and saved. You can use the Autodesk Batch Save utility to apply the resolution for the performance degradation issue by opening and saving multiple files at once. Hotfix and service packs for resolving the performance degradation issue. The Autodesk Batch Save utility can be used to apply the resolution of the performance degradation issue that affects versions 2014 through 2017 of AutoCAD Civil 3D. Important, for ongoing information or for ongoing resolution of the performance degradation issue, when opening and saving drawings, you must install the following hotfix service packs for versions 2014 to 2017 of AutoCAD Civil 3D. AutoCAD, the hotfix, Service Pack 317. When saving to versions 2014 through 17, the Autodesk Batch utility will check whether the target version of Civil 3D is upgraded to the latest service pack. If not, the Autodesk Batch Save utility will install the latest service pack before continuing. And another reason why it shouldn't be is because these are no longer supported versions. So 21, 20, and 19 are the supported ones. So we're like 2 versions beyond the supported version. To open and save multiple drawing and template files to a specified version. To run the Autodesk Batch Save utility, on the Windows Start menu, expand the Civil 3D, move this over here, Autodesk Civil 3D 2021 folder, and click the Autodesk Batch File Save. So I don't see it there, but I do see it under Autodesk. So maybe they changed it. Note, for the first time you save to versions 2014 and 15, run the Autodesk Batch Save utility as an administrator. Right-click Autodesk Batch Save and click Run as Administrator. All this stuff. Start. Oh, I misspelled that. To run the Autodesk Batch Save utility automatically, you can set up a task in the Autodesk Windows Task Scheduler so that the Autodesk Batch Save utility You can set up a task using the Windows Task Scheduler so that the Autodesk Batch Save utility runs automatically. Open the Autodesk Batch Save utility, specify the settings you want to use, and close the utility. Start the Task Scheduler. In the Windows Control Panel, click System and Security. Under Administrative Tools, click Schedule Task. Create a new task and specify the following options. Specify general settings for the task. Under Security Options, specify a user account that has administrative privileges. Specify trigger settings for the task. On the Actions tab, add a new action to run the Civil 3D Batch Save EXE program and enter /A in the Add Arguments optional field. When the scheduled task runs, this argument will automatically start the process of opening and saving the files using the last use settings. Note, C3D Batch Save EXE is located in C Program Files, Autodesk, AutoCAD 2021, Civil 3D Batch Save utility by default. Let's see if it is. And then there should be I don't see it up there. So I don't see it in there. So let's go see where it's located at. So we'll come up here, Autodesk, right click, open file location, right click, go to properties, and it is start in that location. So that is the wrong location. So I'll go ahead and submit the feedback. And then the drawing command reference, you can use the commands quickly access drawing functionality. Command, description, attach reference template. Attaches one or more reference templates to a drawing so it will be updated on an ongoing basis with changes to the styles in the templates. Edit drawing settings. Displays the drawing settings dialog box. Hide objects. Selects objects to hide in a drawing. Isolate objects. Selects objects to display in a drawing. New. Creates a new drawing. Open. Opens an existing drawing. Set reference template defaults. Specifies which styles and settings in a reference template will be referenced. Unisolate objects. Ends object isolation in a drawing and displays all hidden objects. So these are no longer in it, in this help section. So we've got hide objects. We've got isolate objects. And we've got set or unisolate objects are no longer in the drawings tree and should probably be moved to the correct location. So I'm going to let them figure out where it needs to go because it's not my job. And so this has been another episode of Christopher Reads the Help File, Getting Started, Drawings.